So, ladies, this is a little section for ladies. This is a road less traveled principle for ladies. God says treat your husband with respect, even if you don't feel like it, and allow your husband to lead your family as long as he's leading in line with what the Lord would say is okay for you to do. Kind of a mouthful. But 2 verses, Ephesians 5:33, the wife must respect her husband. It doesn't say when you feel like it. It just says the wife must respect her husband. And we have learned, ladies, if you've been here before, that, and most men will probably attest to this, that respect is extremely important to most men, kind of like oxygen, and kind of like chocolate would be for a woman, probably more than that even. But that then just crave your respect, which is treating them with honor and respect instead of rolling your eyes and slicing and dicing with sarcasm and criticizing every little thing and complaining about every little thing. It's about building up and being honoring and respectful in our demeanor, and then allowing him to lead, which is Colossians 3:18. It says, wives, submit yourselves to your husbands as is fitting in the Lord. And again, this is so contrary to today's culture. Like, what? I don't need to let no stinking man lead me. I'm a woman, I can do everything. It's like, okay, it's not like we're inferior people, but this is God's arrangement. And I'm just saying, even though I consider myself to be a strong person, you probably think that too, I think I don't. I'm kind of a strong person. I've managed lots of people in the workplace. And so when I first read this commandment, it's like, oh, what am I going to do? Because it's like, okay, I'm supposed to let him lead. But you know what? Even though it's illogical and it's the road less traveled, it works because Raul, I don't want to put words in your mouth, I think loves that I'm allowing him to lead our family. I'm not jumping in there and saying, well, this is what we need to be doing. Why are you doing it that way? I'm not doing that unless we are driving off a cliff, which thank goodness we've never done that. And it's so important, right? For a man to feel that respect and honor from his wife, giving him some room to lead. Do I agree with every single decision Raul has ever made? No, actually I don't. But he's never driven us off a cliff. And so I just choose to say, you know what, Lord? You got this. And my husband's, doing fine. And so, it's okay.
Back to the part about seeking God. See, when I'm seeking God, she sees the changes that take place in me.
True.
In places where someone I did not necessarily want to give grace to, that all of a sudden I'm giving grace to.
I am so proud of this thing.
That's not why I said that.
I know, but I'm so proud.
And those are the times when I wish I could have a camera for you guys to be able to see how I felt at one moment in time. But God had me there, and not very much longer, He has me in a different place. Because I became obedient to what it is that He wanted me to do. See, obeying God is, He's transforming us.
Okay, let's get to your point, number 9.
Number 9, for the men. God says, focus on serving your wife and die to your own desires, even when you don't feel like it.
Yes and amen.
Ephesians 5:25. There's a few others, but this is one we're using tonight. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave Himself up for her. Brother, we are to die to self. It's not about having a right. It's not because she doesn't know any better. Just stop already. It's not a win-lose situation. You guys are in this thing together. The Lord has allowed you guys to come together for a reason and a purpose. And He's weaving all the stuff together. We just don't see it. When we see all the stuff that is actually the backside of the tapestry from underneath. If we were to see what God sees, we might say, hey, right on. But He doesn't want to give that to us because we will probably try to control the situation, right? You guys know the deal. So when it comes to my wife, I truly need to practice about that loving others more than myself. I need to be willing to die to self. Now, does that mean that every time that there's something that's taking place, I don't question it or don't talk about it? No. We communicate. That's important. Communication is important. It's important not only in our relationship, but in our relationship with the Lord. We've got to be willing to take the time to listen. I don't just tell her what I think. And then I actually, maybe I do that at the start. I say, okay, so what do you think? And I really listen. Because you know what, if I don't, she can tell when I'm not listening. She knows that the burden or something else is going on.
And vice versa.
And that's what takes place when you're in a relationship, when you actually allow yourself to be vulnerable with that other person.
I was going to just add here, these two pieces, the instruction to wives and the instruction to husbands, they work so well together, right? Because the more that he is dying to self and serving me and considering my interests and showing me that he cherishes me, the more I feel respect, even though I should be showing it anyway, but the more I respect him and honor him, which he loves, so then he enjoys serving me even more, and then I even enjoy honoring him and respecting and trusting him to lead our family even more. It's just like a beautiful, cycle that just goes round and round, and it's a beautiful thing. But the world says, I don't need to follow your leadership, and I'm not going to respect you unless I feel like it, right? And he's like, well, serve my wife, it's all about me. And it's like, and how is that working in society, right? If we just follow God's road less traveled, it does actually work.